Hello, Taurus. I am Ulrich. I'm a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do the work, money, business card reading for the sign of Taurus for the month of February. I will try to make the reading as short as possible, but of course, it's my intention to deliver you a quality product, and this will require some of your time. Also, I want to mention, if you have questions, you can always post them in the comments below, and as soon as I have time, of course, I will answer them. Anyway, Taurus, here we go for your work, money, business card reading for the month of February. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, and I thank you for doing so. So, Taurus, here we go for your card reading. Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your work, money, business card reading for the month of February. As your first card here on your portrait, we see the flowers. This card is actually ruled by Venus. So this is actually the boss or the ruler of Taurus here. This is a very positive card to have on your person. It makes you positive, it makes you more kind, optimistic. It also makes you lighthearted, and you will be easy to forgive people, to forget here. It also is the card of creativity. So you could come in a more creative period of your life, or you could feel the creativity boiling up in you, or you could have a strong longing for it. It's like your mind and your creativity, it's like they are connecting towards each other. Then in the central card here, we see the ship. The ship is the card of longing, traveling. It's also the card of business. So it means this is the money card. So there's also a certain longing for having a creative business. These cards are creativity. So there's like a longing here for creative business. This is what we are seeing here. It's like we want to enterprise, and we want this enterprise. We know that Taurus is a slow mover. He don't rush things. He or she don't rush things. And they like to step slowly in life. Slow and secure is in general the motto for Taurus that we are seeing here. And here we see that there is a longing, but since Venus sticks, we do need to do this in the slow. It's like we need to balance here our mind out and the way we're gonna enterprise. This is what we are seeing here. But here you are urged here to apply what you have learned from creativity. This is what we are seeing here. We need to achieve certain goals in our life. We should not procrast if we have enough experience in certain areas for business or creativity. We should really expand it, and we should set our goals, set sail here. This is what we are seeing here. We need to be more adventurous here, if this fits in your personality. But you are urged here with this card to be more adventurous. You need to think outside the box. We need to take some distance from conservative thinking and be more enterprising, undertaking, adventurous. This is what we are seeing here with this card. Also, this card tells us about success. So it means if you are enterprising, if you think out of the box, you will have a success in your life. Your efforts will bear fruits because Venus likes to be secure, and the moon is also like a feeding stability. This is our nurturer, our feeder here. So we see here that we are in good balance here with this card combination. Then we have the bouquet and the heart. We're going to mirror the cards towards each other now. In general, this is a different angle now, but we are not doing a relationship reading, but this points to romantic encounters. Also, I want to mention here, if the snake is appearing in the reading, the snake always points to triangle. So if you have a love affair with a lover, it points to triangles, meaning one of both partners is involved in an marital relationship, or there is another partner here in the relationship. In business front, this means that you have competition. Maybe you're not aware of competition, but this card wants you to make aware that you're not alone for the contract, that you are not alone in your field of work, that you are not alone in the creativity, what we are doing. There's a triangle here always with the snake. Anyway, on business front, this is very positive. Something beautiful is unraveling here. This is what we are seeing here. But sometimes also it means that we could encounter false flattery. Maybe people who are close to us, friends, flatterer, but it's not always clear if this flattery is honest. This is what we are seeing here. But in a way, we are liking our social circle. They are close to us. But anyway, it tells us that we need to be careful for false flattery here. Anyway, here it tells us also that we are probably on the business front looking forward for meeting some people here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that you get some gifts here also with this combination here. Somebody, maybe there are some gifts from friends who are coming to you, and sometimes this points also that we are receiving gifts from a loved one. Anyway, there is a romantic love, but remember what I told, the possibility here with the snake, what I told earlier here. Anyway, there's a kind of infatuation here with this combination. What is also possible with this combination is a conditional love. There are certain conditions in the love, certain agreements that you made here, because this is the card ruled by Venus, and Venus sets up certain rules and regulations in a way, and she sticks to it. It's like you make a contract and you stick to it. So this could be a conditional love. Maybe this is a friendship love affair or a sexual love affair or something in that here. There are conditions. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, it points also that we dress up nice for our customers, and if we have certain appointments with lover or whatever, what that we are doing here. Then we have the fox and the moon here. If certain offers, business offers, are coming to you, you need to double check them, especially with the fox here. This could be, we saw the snake here earlier, there could be some tricky things going on here. So you need to double, triple check. The snake tells us to move very slowly. You need to wait in the grass like a snake, and when it's the right time, you strike. This is the card of diplomacy. It's a little bit like Venus. It's the card of diplomacy, tact, waiting till the right moment, not moving before it's time. And you mostly with this card on the business front, we have a very penetrating look. It's like we are seeing it coming. We see it coming and we can look right through it, but we need to give it our patience. We cannot rush. Actually, it's very good in accordance here with Taurus, and you need to reflect about it. You need to give it your deeper look. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Again, here we see that we need to observe our relationships in business and in work very closely before we make a decision. Some wrong ideas could be coming to you here, and we need to be careful. This, on the other side, if you are an employee or a self-employed, this is very good for creative work. This is what we are seeing here. This is these three cards are an ideal combination for creative work. This is literally what we have learned as a person can come out. So everything that you learned in your life, you can apply, especially on the field of beauty, creativity, enterprising. This is a very good combination. But the other things that I mentioned earlier are also possible. So don't forget those also. Also, you will see that people recognize you for your value on the creative field. You will have also gut feelings. This is what I need to do. Some writers, they write a book and it's just a hit at that moment because it comes out at the right moment. For instance, you write, certain writers write about a certain topic and it's just the thing that is in the actuality, and it's the right moment. This is what we are seeing here, and there are gut feelings here that we are seeing here. You could also work in the spiritual industry. There's some kind of spirituality here in the concept also. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. The moon sometimes can be a little bit fluctuating also. It gives a very good sense of feeling the collective, the people, what is coming. And in another way, it can also make us a little bit moody. This is what we are seeing here. It's like we could have it's the other side of the moon. The moon has also a dark side, and the dark side, one of the dark side is like moodiness and sometimes also certain fears. This is what we are seeing here. But here, this is a very good combination for recognition of our creativity here. We should be creative here because these are all creative cards. Don't stay put, change your ideas, think out of the box. This is the message here clearly that we are getting here with this combination. You could be distrustful for these changes, but actually you should implement them if you feel like it's time for a change. If you stay stuck, you will stay stuck. So think wisely if you cannot make certain changes in your life, because if you do, they will have a positive effect here. We are in times of changing in general over the world, and this is a little bit in line with these things. Anyway, as I said here, you could be a little bit suspicious here, but here it tells us also that we can adapt. The fox adapt to situations. If you are an employee, you adapt to your work, and we need to adapt because it's our work. If we are in self-employed and we don't adapt to the situation, well, sometimes it leads to business losses. So we can stand our ground and stay stubborn, stuck as we are. But if this leads to losses, well, you know, this has a negative influence on your business. So this is what we are seeing here. We need to adjust to the times. And then we have the bouquet, the dog and the heart. The bouquet and the dog here, it's possible here that some new friendships are coming to, a change in your life, new friends are coming to you. Here it points also that friends support you, they help you. This is what we are seeing here, and their heart is upon you. So it means they help you really from the heart. If you are asking for help, you should not be shy also for asking for help with these friends, because they will be glad to hear, because you are well liked with your friends here. There is also fruit bearing here. We have results of our work. This is what we are seeing here. We are highly appreciated from our friends. There is admiration here. There could also be invitations for going with your friends. We are making new friends. This is all what we are seeing here with this combination. This could also, if you are an employee, could be quite close to our colleagues. Our colleagues like us and we like our colleagues, and there could be also invitations in that area. There could be literally an adoration or a friend that is literally in love with you, somebody who is close to you. This is possible also with this combination. Anyway, we will see that we have good looks. If we are a man or a woman, it doesn't matter here. We see that we look well if we go out. This is also what we see. Then we have the dog and the heart here. As I said earlier, this could be friends with benefits. There are conditions in the love, as we saw earlier. This is confirmed here also. In another way, it could be that your customers are quite fanatic for your business. They want to be in your business. They're actually fans also. They are fans of the product that you are creating, and they're literally stick to you. They are really fanatic on your business. They will not easy change. It doesn't mean you don't have competition, but here we see that the customers literally stick to us, and they could be our fans. This is what we are seeing here. Then we see here also compassionate friendship here, because the heart is compassionate. There's also a lot of enthusiasm in this friend-love relationship that we are seeing here. There could also be, maybe we had some arguments before with this lover friend or with this business associate. And if we have a business associate and we didn't get along well, it's possible that we reconsider things, because this is a forgiving card. But be careful what you do. As I said earlier, check out everything around you before you make certain steps. Sometimes also this points to a certain softness that we had, and we are sometimes led by certain friendships. So try to keep your distance also, see the bigger picture, because if we come too close in friendship or in love, sometimes we are blinded by friendship, we are blinded by love. We need to be careful also, because if love is there, we need to be careful that we don't see things through pink glasses. Then we come in the second line, we have the mice, the ship, and the snake here. The mice and the ship here, it tells us could be certain delays. The mice are small annoyances. These delays are caused by certain things in our life. It means we probably didn't pay attention to certain details. The mice are details. So it means in your business, you need to pay attention to certain details. If you have one mice in your house, one mice, if this is a female mice, one becomes 5, 5 becomes 20. Same with the problems. Here we need to attend the problem. If you don't attend the problem will grow from one in many. So here we are urged to attend the problem. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes also this points, if we have a vehicle, motorcycle, bicycle, whatever we deplace our with, we could have problems with our vehicle, a car, a motorcycle, a bicycle. This is that the vehicle gives us problems. We need to thorough check it because there could be something wrong with it, and you will need to have an expert for checking it because the snake watch in depth. So there could be something wrong with the vehicle here. This is what we are seeing here. If we're traveling, sometimes also this gives travel problems. This could be travel problems. The snake is poison. This could be related to what we have on the world front now, the viruses that surround us, and this could give certain travel problems. This is not a secret for anybody anymore, but it's here obvious in the card here. We need to be careful if we travel that we have the right documents, the right paperwork. If you travel, inform yourself well in the embassy from the countries where you are going, because governments are very insecure now. They change the rules sometimes every week where you're going. So double check, triple check where you're going so you don't come in delays. This is like a warning for avoiding delays. Double check, triple check here before you're going here to or your travel. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes we need, with this combination also, we need to be careful if we have certain employees or we have certain co-workers that some things that actually belong to us that are not taken away from us. If we have a certain creative work, it could mean that somebody is taking this work that's actually belonging to us. So be careful here with this combination. Also on the business front, we need to be careful that there is no stealing in our business. So see that everything is locked very well here. Double check your locks and your keys here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we could also experience if we are about to take a trip, there's a kind of fear for traveling, or you could be a little bit nervous for taking a plane trip. This is what we are seeing here also. Anyway, it points us sometimes also that we are tired of our current condition and we make some changes, but we stick to it. But as we saw earlier, you literally need to think out of the box here. It always come back here with this combination. Anyway, be careful with new adventures. Double check everything around you here. Double check your situation here. Be careful what I just said. Sometimes this points also that if we are, for instance, working somewhere, that people, some colleagues here are very close to us and we like, but then we have maybe another group, maybe it's divided in groups on the work front, and other colleagues here could be gossiping about us, could literally tell lies about us. So be aware of that, that we are seeing. Sometimes also it means that we need to be careful for dishonest business. If we do business that people don't do dishonest business, we don't have a dishonest supplier. This is what we are seeing here. Be careful here if you have delivery of some products that these people are honest. Double check if you can here, check their references. Then we have the ship and the snake here. Here we see for achieving our goals, mostly we make a plan. If we do business, we have a plan in general. We don't go like that into business, but here if we see business, we have a plan. But here we see that we need to make adjustments in the plan as we are going. Why is this? Well, the snake is a very movable card. So it's possible that you saw your target already where you were going, you have your focus, but with the snake, sometimes we need to move in a roundabout way. So you will need to be flexible, adjustable. So the plans, as you created them, might need adjustments as you go. So be prepared for that here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Also, again, here, if you make certain trips, prepare yourself well, because if you don't prepare well, you could have disappointments. This is what we are seeing here. And as I said, be careful for commercial transactions that they are honest, because these are warning cards. Anyway, what we see here also is business competition. People are jealous of your business. Be careful, especially on the creative front here. A lot of people will be jealous of you. This points to jealousy here, jealousy of business here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Here, and if we travel, what is also possible here is that the vehicle that we are traveling with could break down. Maybe there is a technical issue with the vehicle. We do a mid-stop with the plane and it points out, we change planes and we cannot go further. We are delayed again. As I said, the mouse are delays here. This is what we are seeing here. Also, if you sign contracts, double check fine print. Double check fine print, very important here for checking the fine print. Also, if you expecting certain monies, double check if everything is in your accounts, double check your invoices. It's also very important also. If you buy a vehicle, and the vehicle is expensive and it looks shiny, watch out if it's too shiny. Double check it, go to an expert, double check the car here, because if one vehicle goes into, it doesn't work anymore, and you see another vehicle and you think, oh my God, it's so nice, it's so beautiful, it's so shiny, be careful with that one. See that you have expertise. Like for instance, you bring the vehicle to an expert who checks the points, how the vehicle is, because it's not because it's shiny, it's good. So don't trust. Go to an expert here if you buy a car, especially second-hand car. Be careful. I'm not saying the car, all the cars that you're gonna buy are bad, but you need to double check them and also see that your warranty is okay. But the most important thing is that you bring it to a diagnose center. This is what we are seeing here. Diagnose center, bring it there so you are sure. It costs you maybe €500 or $500, but €500 or dollar is nothing compared to the value of a car. So this makes you sure and secure. Or you buy a car that is confirmed secure by these people, by these centers who double check the car. Anyway, sometimes also it points, this is different angle, that we need to be careful that people are not longing for spying on our business for improving their own. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Be careful here that some people who come on your business don't try to spy and take from you. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Sometimes also this points to a strong longing for a certain partner. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes if we want to travel and we are in a foreign country, it also gives sometimes the inability to travel, to get out. There are difficult conditions now in the world, and this could be what this means also with this combination. You could also come to the conclusion that you had a certain partner and that it points out that this is not the one for you. This is what we are seeing here, but there's a lot of meetings here also on business. Some people here come to you also for business, but everything I said earlier, just consider it wisely here what this with this combination. It's possible that our partner, he belongs to the jet set community, or he comes out of a community who has money, because these two cards, it points to jet set or well off. This could point to the partner. This is what we are seeing here. It points also that we have a strong wanderlust, that we want to travel, but don't forget what I mentioned earlier here. If people also ask you to commit, this is another angle, probably you will not now, because you could have the feeling that it would hamper your target achievements. So you could delay this. Then we come in the horizontal line, we have the fox, the sun, and the moon here. This is a very good combination. We are happy what we are doing here. We have success with what we are doing. We are recognized with what we are doing here. Mostly this points, if you apply the things and you prevent the things that I just mentioned, this points to success. And also you handle this tricky affair or these tricky people in a positive way, but you need to make your bed before you go to sleep. You have a lot of smartness here. Smartness. If you are an employee, you will be perceived as the smartest of the group. Your colleagues could come to you. As I said, we saw the jealousy earlier there, or if you have a business, people are jealous of you and they're looking at you, at your success. And they are envious. So we need to be careful with this situation here. Here it points also that it's advisable to work out business strategies. The fox likes to work out a strategy, and it's very good here to make planning strategies. This will benefit you very well here. So we are not stolen off here. We need to be careful here with this combination. Anyway, we are happy with ourselves here. We are happy what we are doing here. We are happy to implement what we have learning. We find happiness in what we are doing here. And also it tells us here, we take care of ourselves, or we want to take care of ourselves. In general, this points to a very fruitful generation, despite some issues that we are having here. But if we approach them in the right way, there will be no problems. Then we have the sun and the moon here. This is a very prosperous reading. Here, these two cards are very prosperous for creativity. This is very good here for going in new things that are creative here. This is a very, it's like you know exactly what you're doing, what you're creating. You literally feel it here. This is like yin and yang coming together. This is what we are seeing here with this combination, and we can implement it in our business. This is what we are. It's like an alchemical process of business and who we are that we are seeing here. This is a union, sometimes also of man and women, but we have the snake there, so there could be a strong focus here on the business here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we are aware of the success that we are having. Also, it points that we communicate in a harmonious, diplomatic way, this card here, and this is perceived very well. This points to good mediality here, what we are seeing here. We are very well received. The reception from the media, from people around us, from our customers is very well here. This is like day and night here that come together here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the bouquet, the mice, and the fox. The bouquet and the mice, here we see if certain things were lost or we were too late to notice that they were gone, even they belong to us. Here there's a possibility for recovery. It doesn't mean you don't need to be careful, but here this gives the possibility for recovery here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Also, if we felt a little bit under the weather in the last months, it means that we are recovering. This is what we are seeing here. If we had certain trials in our life, certain things that didn't go so well in business, you will see that things are improving here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points to certain trials here, but the future is very well here if you guide it in the right way and you make the right decisions. Anyway, it points also that we should stay, we apply some humility here. This is what also we need to be thankful what we are having if we are having success here. This is what we are seeing here. Also, if people who doubted you before or who try to discredit you, this combination tells us they will admit their mistakes. So you have chosen a certain path, you thought out of the box, and here we see these people were not willing to go along with your ideas, and here you will see that they will admit their fault to you. They saw it in the wrong perspective. This is what we are seeing here. Here we see that the Venus is able to break the spell of the delays. This is what we are seeing here. Also delays here. It will end up in a positive thing here. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also it could be stressing for some people that they always need to keep up a certain appearances, a certain way. Sometimes it's like you could have the feeling that you want to wear your pajamas and walk around in the house. You want to go in your pajamas to the work, as I say here. But it could be sometimes we could feel a little bit inconvenient here for dressing us up always, and we like to have our pajamas around us, relaxing here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, also, even though it's difficult, we will stick to it because Venus likes to be well dressed, but it doesn't mean it's always easy to do so here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the mice and the fox. The mice and the fox, it tells us we need to be careful with certain colleagues that they don't backbite us. So we should not be careful what we are telling here, especially with the snake. I mentioned this earlier. Be careful what you're sharing on your creativity, on your artistic field, what is in your mind. Keep quiet here. This card tells us to keep quiet. Keep quiet till it's the right time to talk, because this card is ruled by Jupiter and it could make us jovial. This makes jovial. But if you talk too much, you could give away some things that actually need to not to be spoken of. So be careful here when you speak here, because it could end up for you in a negative way. So be careful what you're saying here with this combination. It could be that here with this combination that some people try to trick you and try to get your plans. They know you are creative and they try to suck it out of you. This is what because the moon pulls, and here we see we need to be careful with this, that we are, it's better here to be a little bit distrustful here. If you have a job and you like your job as an employee, you could also feel a little bit underpaid. This is what we are seeing here. You do a lot of work, but you don't feel really appreciated. It doesn't mean that you don't like your job. You do, but you could feel underpaid. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe you work in a certain department or a certain area, and this is known for being underpaid, but the people stay anyway because they like the job. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, if there are certain losses that are put upon you, you will discover them. You will see that people try to cheat you also with this combination. So it's best to be wise here and implement wisdom and diplomacy here. This is what we are seeing here. You could have the feeling that people literally try to eat you. This is what we are seeing here. It's like they eat our abilities. This is what we are seeing here. So be careful here what you are doing here with this combination. It's possible that you are confronted with certain forms of corruption on the work front or in your business. As mentioned earlier, be careful here. It doesn't mean that the reading is negative. It's not, but you need to make your bet. There's a lot of positive things here also, but you need to see here. Some people could have a hidden agenda here towards you. Then we have the dog, the ship, and the sun. Here we see that probably we are planning this business project that we are doing. It's possible that we do this with a long-time friend. It's possible that this is a friend in abroad, or a friend who has a foreign nationality or who has foreign root, has a different skin color. This is what we are seeing here with this combination, or he has a different religion or whatever here. This is what we are seeing here. There's something foreign here about this friend in our business or the business associate that we are having here, what we are seeing here. It could also point that if we take a certain trip, as we saw earlier, that we invite a friend with us, friend lover here. As we saw earlier, we saw this here with this combination. And this friend, if you have some issues, he will be the one to support. You could be a little bit nervous and he could give you the support, and he tells you like this and that, and don't worry. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points to travel companions, adventures with a friend here. This is what we are seeing. We're living together with a friend here. We have long distance relationship. Maybe we travel to a friend and we do a trip together with this friend that is far. This is possible also. Then we have the ship and the sun here. This points again to the summer vacation that you are longing for. We always see the vacation here, and we already mentioned the pros and cons about that. Anyway, you will be happy to leave here, but you need to be aware of certain circumstances. Then we have the heart, the snake and the moon. The heart and the snake here, we need to be careful, as I mentioned earlier, with lovers, but probably you are aware, because this is a friend lover and there are certain things you need to use your penetrating X-ray vision here to see the partner here. It's very important to do so. You need to see that everything in the light as it is. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, there could be something going on here in the relationship, especially with the snake. Anyway, sometimes also we could have the feeling, if we are single, that we have a poor choice of lovers or partners. We could have this feeling. It's like we are tumbling on the wrong one. Sometimes it points that maybe we could ask an advisor. Some people also, if they have encountered several difficulties in their life, they look in the advice of an advisor, maybe a psychologist, a therapist. They go to somebody who guides them a little bit for making the right partner choice. Sometimes this could be an astrologer also, where we go, somebody we have confidence in. We go to that person and he tells us, he guides us a little bit. You need to look for this and that. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination, because we are maybe tired of always making the wrong choices in partnership. Anyway, there's a difference here to what we want and what we get. And maybe we are tired of what we get and we really want what we want. This is what we are seeing here, but maybe we need some guidance in that area because the snake sees through it. And that's why we might be looking for an advice here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, here we see then the snake and the moon. The snake and the moon here, there's a kind of wisdom here, a wisdom, calmness here that we have upon us here. If we are facing problems, we will face them in a diplomatic, smart way. This is what we are seeing, and it's the best way to do it here. Calm diplomacy is very good here. If with the fox here, it also tells us here to turn certain business offers down. As I said, double, triple check new business offers. Be careful here. At least for the time being, for this month and the months to come. Be careful here, because there could be some disappointments here, some deceptions here. This could be arranged by your competition. We need to be careful here with this combination. Anyway, we need to be careful here also for hypocrisy. This is what we are seeing here from others. I mean, this is what we are seeing here. There could be some conflicting emotions here also on the relationships here. Be careful also that you don't, if you do business, that you don't get involved in business with the wrong people. Because if you connect with certain people, it's difficult to get rid of them. So be careful who you make your business. But sometimes the other way is that we are working, or we have a job, a creative job, or even a job in the movie world, movie industry, world of illusion. This is what we are seeing, a world related to the big screen movies. This is what we are seeing here also. Anyway, we need to be tactful here. This is what we are seeing here. There could be also a strong longing for sexuality. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination, because these are very strong, attractive cards. The moon attracts, the snake is very strong in sexuality, and the heart is upon it. So you see here the combination, you can make the connections yourself. Anyway, this points also that we are in a situation where we psychologically, if we are open-minded and we are more in the adventurous type and we open our mind for everything, we see here that we psychologically learn a lot. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points also to sophistication in the creativity. There's a kind of sophistication here, also what we are doing here. Also, this card tells us be careful that you are not confronted with some substances here that maybe are not good for your body. Be careful here with that. If this is offered for you, be careful with that here. Also, this is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also this is like, you could have the feeling, am I repressing or am I controlling? This is what we have here. Then we go in the cross, the bouquet, the ship, and the moon. The bouquet and the ship here, it means that we are longing for a happy trip. We saw here a commercial, if we check out the commercial ventures that we are about to do, they will be successful. We already saw that. We see confirmation. I just see if I can add something. This also points that we are going beyond our comfort zone for traveling and business. This is going beyond the zone here. Anyway, also the place where you're going, where you travel, you feel very welcome. Maybe you didn't expect the warm welcome you get here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that as you travel, you come in a very nice environment. But then we have the ship and the moon here. This is the invitation to travel. You get invitations for work. As I said earlier, we see the confirmation here. I mentioned that already. I just see if I can add something here. Then we have the ship, the heart, and the fox. The ship and the heart. Here it points to that we are going on a trip. We see this here. There could be a certain infatuation with a person, but this person might not have a plan to stay. We already saw this. Then we have the ship and the fox here. Successful for business, and the trip comes here up again. I already mentioned that here, and we will adapt. So this is all, Taurus. I cannot add here anymore because most of the things we already touched. Be careful what you're doing. This is very positive for creativity, very positive for business, but you need to be careful who you interact with, and what you do. You need to be wise here. You need to be wise. Anyway, Taurus, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser. If you want specific, we have also other card readings specific about money. They are more a philosophical approach that we are doing, but you can also check them. And then, of course, we have the spiritual philosophical card readings. There are 3 kinds. You can all find them on my channel. It will take some of your time, but sometimes we get additional information. Anyway, Taurus, thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you, Taurus, and bye-bye.